India's southern state of Kerala has reported new cases of a very rare but deadly brain disease. The disease is called Primary Amoebic Meningoencephalitis, or PAM for short. PAM is a brain infection caused by an organism called Naegleria Fowleri, often called the brain-eating amoeba. Sadly, the infection has already claimed the life of a 9-year-old girl in Kozhikode district. A 3-month-old baby, an 11-year-old girl and a 40-year-old man are still fighting for their lives at the Kozhikode Government Medical College Hospital. What has worried health officials is that there seems to be no common link between these cases. They were reported from different villages across the district. Doctors point out that PAM has an extremely high death rate, more than 97%. And what is more concerning is that there is no single effective treatment available for the disease. But here's an important point. PAM does not spread from one person to another. So what exactly is PAM? PAM, or Primary Amoebic Meningoencephalitis, is caused by Naegleria Fowleri, a free-living amoeba. It is basically a single-celled organism. This amoeba is found naturally in warm fresh water such as lakes, rivers, ponds, and poorly maintained swimming pools. It grows in water temperatures between 25 and 40 degrees Celsius, which makes tropical and subtropical areas just like Kerala more vulnerable. How does it infect people? Naegleria Fowleri enters the body through the nose, usually when someone is swimming or diving. From there, it travels up the nasal passages to the brain. Once inside, it destroys brain tissue and causes swelling. A key point to remember here is you cannot get infected by drinking contaminated water. The risk comes only when contaminated water enters the nose. There have also been some rare cases where people got infected through tap water used for nasal rinsing, but such cases are uncommon. So what are the symptoms of primary amoebic meningoencephalitis? The symptoms of PAM usually appear within a few days of the infection. In the early stage, a patient may experience headache, fever, nausea, and vomiting. As the infection worsens, they may develop a stiff neck, confusion, seizures, hallucinations, and eventually go into a coma. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, most patients die within 5 to 18 days after symptoms begin. In many cases, death happens within just a week. But why is it so deadly? Doctors say the biggest challenge is that PAM causes massive damage to brain tissue, and most medicines are unable to reach the brain effectively. Currently, the main treatment involves using the antifungal drug amphotericin B, sometimes in combination with other medicines such as rifampicin, miltefosine, azithromycin, and fluconazole. But none of these are guaranteed cures. Another issue is late diagnosis. Since the disease is so rare and not widely known, doctors may mistake it for other brain infections, losing crucial time for treatment. Let's check the case history of PAM. Naegleria Fowleri has been found on every continent except Antarctica. The highest number of cases have been reported in the United States, Pakistan, and Mexico. Other countries where PAM cases have been recorded include India, Australia, Japan, Thailand, Nigeria, Brazil, and Cuba, among others. India's first case of PAM was reported in 1971. Kerala reported its first case in 2016. From 2016 to 2023, the state saw just 8 cases. But in 2023 alone, there were 36 cases and 9 deaths. The spike is linked to Kerala's many ponds and freshwater bodies, especially in districts like Malappuram, Kozhikode, and Thrissur. Globally, PAM has a fatality rate of about 97%. Until July 2024, all cases reported in India had been fatal. But then, a 14-year-old boy in Kozhikode became the first Indian to survive the disease. He is also only the 11th known survivor in the world. So why is there a rise in cases in Kerala? Experts believe several factors are behind the rising numbers. First, the increased testing of acute encephalitis syndrome, which sometimes reveals hidden cases of PAM. Further, the possibility that other related amoeba found in dust and soil may also be causing infections. And most importantly, climate change. Rising temperatures and irregular rainfall are making conditions more favorable for Naegleria Fowleri to thrive. Stagnant, warm, poorly treated water provides the perfect environment for the amoeba. So how can you stay safe from the brain-eating amoeba? Doctors stress that prevention is far more important than cure in the case of PAM. Here's how to reduce the risk of the infection. Avoid swimming or bathing in warm, stagnant fresh water such as ponds or unchlorinated pools. Always use well-maintained, properly chlorinated pools. If you swim in natural water, consider using nose clips. For nasal rinsing or religious ablutions, you should use only boiled and cooled, distilled or sterile water. Now, if symptoms like fever, headache or confusion appear after freshwater exposure, seek immediate medical help. PAM may be rare, but when it strikes, it is almost always fatal. The rise in cases in Kerala is a warning that warmer climates and poor water management can create hidden dangers. Until science finds a reliable treatment, awareness and prevention remain the strongest defense against this brain-eating amoeba. Before we say goodbye, we leave you with this inspiring story. Climate change continues to have a devastating impact on wildlife across the globe. In an effort to raise awareness, a non-profit organization has launched a remarkable public art project called The Herd. Life-sized wooden puppets, giraffes, lions, and other iconic animals, made from sustainable materials like cardboard and plywood, embarked on a 20,000-kilometer journey from Africa to Europe. Crafted by artists and students, these puppets traveled from the Democratic Republic of Congo all the way to North Cape, Norway, one of the northernmost points on Earth. Their journey is a call to action. Thanks for watching. We leave you now with these stunning visuals.